it's Rebecca from La Costa Crystals, my crystal shop that's on Etsy. And today I just wanted to do two things. I wanted to go over some of the things that I'm currently selling in my shop. I currently have about 300 items, I believe. This is just a small sample of those items. The other thing I wanted to do was do a unboxing 2 bags of crystals that I received last week. I already did a video on 2 bags last week, so I'm going to do 2 bags this week, 2 bags next week, what have you. But in any case, I just kind of wanted to start showing you some of these items. My nails, I have little stickers on there for Halloween. Got my Halloween bracelets. Got my Halloween kitty here. Obsidian. My little skull. Moss agate. My little plastic items here, witch hat, pumpkin, and a bone. I love Halloween, so I just have a little decoration here for Halloween. All right, so let me just go over a couple of things that I currently have for sale in my shop. Start off with this large ocean jasper heart. This is a very heavy piece. It's got a lot of color in it, a lot of ocean colors, very calming, beautiful. Looks like a beach. Looks like a beach. I hope I'm holding this up properly. I have to get used to where the camera is. This is only my second video that I've ever done, so please be kind. This is polychrome jasper, also another heart, very heavy, gorgeous colors, aqua, browns, nice markings on this one, gorgeous. Got a polychrome egg here. I call it an egg. It's shaped like an egg. Hope the camera can pick up these colors here. They're really beautiful. Fits perfectly in your hand. Love that. Then we have here a fluorite sphere. So fluorite is very transparent. You can hold it up through the light and it's unbelievably gorgeous. I don't know if my camera is going to pick that up, but it's really beautiful, especially outside or through a window. If you could put this on a little sphere stand, let it sit there, it's gorgeous. Fluorite. Love fluorite. Fluorite comes in a lot of different colors. I have another piece of fluorite here. This is a fluorite palm stone. Don't know if you can see through that. It's transparent. It's got a lot of really cool markings in there, striations, whatever you want to call it, rainbows, lots of little glitz in that one. Beautifully cut, very smooth, gorgeous. Love this. All right, and then I'm going to move on to this charoite. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. That's what I've been calling it. It's from Siberia. Purple, beige, cream colors, dark purple, absolutely gorgeous. I have quite a few of these actually in my shop. Beautiful, perfect, tiny little stone to carry with you. Actually put in your pocket. Another word for these palm stones is pocket stones or worry stones. Worry stones usually have a little indentation that you can rub your finger on. It's, you know, oh, I'm worried, and it's kind of like an old-fashioned fidget sort of thing. These are just palm stones, but I also call them pocket stones. Then we have some crazy lace. These are discs or flats. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got lots of beautiful markings on this crazy lace piece. Just to show you the difference, here's another piece of crazy lace. So these two look very different from one another, but they are the same animal, crazy lace. Got another piece here. I love it. Looks very gothic-y. Looks almost like a cave or a desert sands. All right, then we're going to move on to Amazonite. I always have a problem saying that because it's not Amazonite, it's Amazonite. At least that's what I've been told. This looks like the Caribbean to me. If I owned a home, it would be situated on water that was this color. If I owned a home in the Caribbean. I love this color. It's probably my favorite color for these stones. Okay, moving on, we got another polychrome little palm stone here. Beautiful coloration again. And moss agate. I love moss agate. Moss agate reminds me of a forest, you know, up north in the mountains somewhere. Deep green and browns. Beautiful. I have another piece of moss agate. This one is a little different. It's got a stripe, as you can see, of the dark green, but the rest of it is just a transparent white. It almost looks like evergreen on snow. That's what it reminds me of. Palm stone. As you may remember from last week's video, I prefer palm stones. I love palm stones. So this is a little piece of orbicular jasper. I hope I'm saying that right. Orbicular, because of the orbs, if you can see that. Very beautiful, very sought after. This one has a little bit of druzy on it. Got another piece of that here. This one has some pinks, creams, olive colors. It's got some windows, or those little transparent pockets that you can see inside the crystal. Some little bling bling, a little bit of shine, a little bit of druzy there on the corner. Beautiful. Another piece of the same material. Again with the dark green. You can see the orbs right there like that. It's a better side for seeing the orbs. These stickers are just identification stickers for me to remember how I've got these listed. All right, then we're going to move on to some flower agate. This is what I personally call fancy flower agate. It's got a lot of beautiful pastel colorations. This is a little heart, palm stone heart. Sage here, sage. Pastel, beautiful. Here is another fancy flower agate. Again with these soft, sagey kind of creams. You can see that. Very lovely. All right, and then here I have a polychrome bowl. This is literally a crystal that has been carved out into something useful, practical, where you can actually sit it somewhere, put your earrings in there, put your rings in there, whatever it is that you want to put in there. It's tiny, but it's beautiful. I have several of these, and they're different colors. Some are yellow, some are brownish. I just grabbed this one. Adorable. Next we have the old quartz, clear quartz. These are spheres. In these you can see all of the rainbows. They're beautiful. I love these. They're like natural marbles almost, big giant natural marbles. But they're so beautiful to look at. I love things that are transparent, that the light can be seen through. It just shows up so many facets in those pieces. Love it. All right, this is what I was told by the vendor is unicorn jasper. This is a little mini tower of what they call, what she called anyway, unicorn jasper. It's dark green with white, all kinds of striations. Looks kind of like something you would find in the Painted Desert. I don't know if you've ever been there, but things look like this in the Painted Desert, although maybe not this color, but the striations. It's the Painted Desert's definitely beautiful. This reminds me of the Painted Desert. Here's another piece of the very same material, unicorn, but it has a completely different design. There isn't the striations. Now it's more like a watercolor pattern there, if you can see that. Really cute. I like those. I bought those just because I like them. I didn't even know what they were. I just like, oh, those are so cute. I love those. Okay, rhodonite. This is rhodonite, pink and black. I have, I think, 2 or 3 pieces of rhodonite. It's, to me, reminds me of bubble gum. That's my dog barking if you hear him. Reminds me of bubble gum, the color. the pink. And then the black is just very cool, like pink and black. You can't do better than that. Love it. All right, moving on. I have a piece of, this is a little tower. It's a citrine tower. Tons of rainbows. Again, don't know if the camera's picking that up, but it is absolutely gorgeous. These are the kinds that, again, love to just stare at. Love to just hold up and look at. You know, they're just beautiful. They're just beautiful. They're like diamonds almost. You know how you would look at a diamond. You just hold it up and flash it in the sunlight, flash it in the light, and look at all the beauty. And again, a different world living inside there. Not living technically, but a different world exists inside these. It looks like a different plane of existence, you know, than what we're used to because of all the faceting and everything, and all natural and beautiful, and no two are alike. That's why you gotta love the crystals. Here's another piece. Gorgeous. This is a bigger piece, but same effect. Got all the crystals going on in there. I mean, all the facets going on in there, all the crystals. Flashing. It's a crystal vision, as I'd like to say. Next we have Milgano Jasper. Again, not sure I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I fell in love with these just because of the color. It's a very orange gold color with gray, and there's just all kinds of really cool stuff going on these pieces. If you can see that. Has a nice weight to it. Perfect size. I think I have about 10 of these. Gorgeous. All right, so I think I've covered everything I wanted to show you from my shop that's currently listed. Again, I have about 300 pieces in my shop. So this is just a tiny little sampling of that. I even have a couple of these little kitties. They're sleeping cats in the obsidian with the goldy kind of silvery sheen going on there. Really cool for Halloween. I love that. And I'm going to put these away, and then I'm going to come back and just do a quick unboxing of the 2 bags of crystals that I received last week but have not yet opened. I'll be right back. Hello everyone, I'm back with my 2 bags of crystals that I wanted to go over with you. The first bag is here. First time opening it to look at these things up close. And we have what we call pink flower agate. Some people call it cherry blossom agate. Some people call it sakura agate. We're going to call it pink flower agate today. And I have a whole bag of these palm stones with druzy, lots of color, mainly a peachy pink color going on here. Got a little heart, beautiful little perfect sized palm stone. Another one. And I'm just going to lay these out, and then we'll look at them individually real quickly, each one, just so you can see up close what I've got going on here. These are beautiful. They are very, how should I say this, girly. They have a feminine sort of coloration going on, in my opinion. And the color ranges from, I don't think this one belongs actually. The color ranges from a very mild pink to a lavendery color to orange to coral. I would even say there might be a little tiny bit of red in here, but we're going to go ahead and start going over these. We have this one here. Absolutely gorgeous. Has a window with druzy underneath there. If you can see that. Lots of blooms, very smooth, perfect cut. Gorgeous. A little tiny heart here with orange. Ooh, the other side is basically a creamy white color. Perfect for holding. This one is really cool because the blooms are like circular. the tiny blooms. Tiny druzy pocket window there. Little druzy there. Gorgeous. This would be beautiful if you had a couple of these sitting out like in a glass tray or something. Gorgeous. Now here's that dark orange you'll see. This one is quite translucent. The light here I know is not the greatest. I'm working on that. And I know a lot of it's not picking up on camera, but they are beautiful, and a lot of these have some translucent qualities to them. Look at that. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Here's another one that has the orange color. This one is absolutely unbelievably smooth. They really did a good job on that one. This one's just completely white almost. I mean, it's got variations of color, but it's white and kind of creamy with a tiny bit of orange. Beautiful. Here's another one. So, flower agate, pink flower agate, this is called. Then we have this one here. Oh, see how beautiful that is? This is beautiful. Gorgeous. Nice pocket there. And then the whole thing is just clear crystal growth. You can see all of the crystals that grew in there. This is a pretty hefty heart. Beautiful. Orange, cream, peach. Lovely. I would keep all these if I could. I love the small hearts because they just fit so beautifully in your hand. The smaller palm stones. The big ones you love because they're just big and gorgeous and ooh, look at that. That's really cool. If you can see through that. I don't know if you can, but just you see what has grown inside there perfectly. All right. So these are very beautiful. I've never sold pink agate, pink flower agate before. This would be my first shipment of these. I've seen them online a lot. I've always admired them, but I've never actually owned one or sold one. So this is a first for me. And I'm going to put these away, and then we'll open up another bag of crystals. If you see one that you like, feel free to message me in the comments, and I can put that aside for you. These have not yet been posted on my Etsy, but as soon as I'm done with the work week, I will be photographing and posting these onto my Etsy shop. All right, so we'll put those away and we'll go over here to these interesting creatures. These interesting creatures, I refer to them as camo agate, but they're actually called money agate. That is the term that I bought them under. And after a little bit of research, I found out that they're also called Indonesian bloodstone, I believe. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to call them camo. That's my word. I don't think anybody else probably uses that word to describe these things here, but I'm going to use it because they look just like camo. Look at that. I can't believe it, but it's true. These literally look like camouflage. Look at that. You tell me. You tell me if that doesn't look like camouflage. All right, so this is going to be palm stones again. As you know, I love palm stones. If I haven't already told you that, I'll tell you again. They're my favorite. Oh, check that out. Look at that window. Look at that one. Wow. It's almost like, I mean, that just is unbelievable. Look at that. I don't even know what to say. It's almost like somebody drew this, like in art class. All right. So let's get these out, and then we'll just look at them real quickly, and that way you'll know what I have to offer in my shop. Never have sold these before. I saw these and thought these are the coolest things as far as a crystal goes, I think, that I've probably ever seen. Up close, anyway. I bought them, and I'm probably going to keep a few. Just because they're so cool. The colors on these are going to be lots of orange. Oh, look at that. Can you see into that window? Unbelievable. So the colors are going to be lots of oranges, different shades of orange, lots of olive green, which is where the camo comes from. There is some brown going on as well. See that? There is some, oh my gosh, look at that. The whole thing is like a window right there. Wow. Oh, this side is perfect camo. And this side is almost entirely a window into the crystal. So yeah, so olive green, brown, lots of oranges, some cream, some light sagey kind of green here. Check out this window into the crystal. Oh wow, it goes all the way from top to bottom with a druzy pocket there. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. So I have to say, yet again, I'm amazed at Mother Nature and what she is able to pull off. Because I don't think you could make anything quite like this. You could replicate it, but I don't know. I would have to say it would be pretty difficult. The only thing close would be painting, like a painting. These always appear to be paintings to me. And, you know, because they're gorgeous, the way they are put together, the colors, the striations, the designs, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know the characteristics of these things. Oh, this one is super cool. Super cool. Look at that. Gorgeous. All right, guys. So I just wanted to show you this unboxing. I have not seen these up close. I saw them through the bag. They were better in person. I mean, up close like this than through the bag. And they are really spectacular. Each piece is noteworthy, in my opinion. Each piece has something going for it. Each piece has something going for it. All right, guys. So anyway, I just wanted to thank you for watching my video. Again, I apologize for the amateur hour going on here. I'm new at this. I'm learning. It's a work in progress. Everything is a learning curve for me. That includes videos. It's all a big learning curve. So I hope you can visit my Etsy shop, La Costa Crystals. I have a discount code going on right now for Halloween, and that is Boo15. So Boo15 is my discount code for Halloween, and I hope you visit me, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye, everybody. Thank you.